The sun began its descent, casting long shadows across Ravenswood. It was a beautiful summer evening. The air was warm and still. Crickets chirped lazily in the tall grass. The scent of honeysuckle drifted through the air. Ravenswood seemed like the perfect place to be young and carefree. The laughter of children playing echoed through the streets. Little did they know that this tranquil evening would soon turn into a nightmare. A darkness lurked just beyond the edge of town. An abandoned mine stood silent, a grim reminder of Ravenswood's forgotten past. A group of children raced through the woods. They were playing hide and seek. Their laughter floated on the breeze, carefree and full of life. They were drawn to the abandoned mine at the edge of the woods. It stood like a gaping maw, dark and forbidding. The children had been warned to stay away. Their parents told them it was dangerous, but curiosity burned brighter than fear. They dared each other to go closer. One by one, they slipped inside, eager to uncover the mine's secrets. As dusk deepened into night, the children's laughter ceased. The woods grew silent. Worry gnawed at the edges of the parents' minds. It wasn't like their children to stay out past dark. They gathered in the town square, their faces etched with concern. A search party was quickly assembled. They called out the children's names into the growing darkness, but only silence answered their calls. A chilling realization gripped their hearts. The children were gone, vanished without a trace. Fear choked the townspeople. Where could the children be? The abandoned mine loomed large in their minds, a symbol of dread. Whispers spread like wildfire. The mine was cursed, they said. Some claimed to have seen strange lights flickering from its depths. Others spoke of chilling screams and mournful cries carried on the wind. The mine held a dark history. Legend had it that miners had perished within its depths, their souls trapped forever. Was this the fate that awaited the missing children? Section 5. Sarah's courage ignites. Sarah, a young woman known for her bravery, refused to believe the whispers. She had always been skeptical of the town's superstitions. Determined to find the truth, she decided to venture into the mine herself. Armed with only a flashlight and her unwavering resolve, she set off into the unknown. Her heart pounded in her chest as she took her first step into the darkness. The air grew heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and something else. Something unsettling. The darkness pressed in on her, suffocating, but Sarah pressed on. Section 6. Into the darkness. The mine shaft twisted and turned, leading Sarah deeper into the earth. The darkness was absolute, broken only by the beam of her flashlight. The air grew colder, biting at her skin. The silence was unnerving, broken only by the sound of her own breath and the dripping of water. She stumbled over loose rocks, her heart pounding in her ears. Shadows danced on the walls, taking on menacing shapes. Fear threatened to consume her, but Sarah pushed it down. She had to find the children. Section 7. Lost souls, restless spirits. Suddenly, a faint sound reached her ears. It was the sound of children laughing. Sarah's heart leapt. Could it be them? She followed the sound, her pace quickening. The laughter grew louder, echoing through the tunnels. It was close now, but something wasn't right. The laughter sounded hollow, mournful. She rounded a bend and emerged into a large cavern. In the center, a group of children were huddled together. Their backs were to her. They were laughing and playing, but their voices were thin and reedy, like whispers on the wind. Sarah called out to them, her voice trembling, but they didn't seem to hear her. They continued playing, oblivious to her presence. As Sarah took a step closer, her blood ran cold. The children slowly turned, their faces pale and drawn. Their eyes were empty, hollow pits. These weren't the children she remembered. These were something else, something lost and forgotten. Section 8. The mine's grip releases. Panic surged through Sarah. She stumbled back, tripping over a loose rock. The children continued to stare at her, their gazes unwavering. She scrambled to her feet and ran. The sound of their hollow laughter echoed behind her, urging her on. She didn't stop running until she burst out of the mine entrance. She collapsed on the ground, gasping for air. The sunlight felt warm on her skin, a stark contrast to the chilling cold of the mine. Section 9. Ravenswood's lingering shadow. Sarah's story sent shivers down the spines of the townspeople. They listened in horror as she described her encounter with the lost children. Their worst fears had been confirmed. The mine was cursed. It held the children captive, their souls forever bound to its depths. The mine was sealed off the next day. A heavy steel door was erected, barring entry to anyone foolish enough to venture inside. But the terror remained. The children were never found. Their disappearance left an emptiness in Ravenswood, a chilling reminder of the darkness that lurked beneath the surface. Section 10. A warning unheeded. Even today, Ravenswood bears the scars of that fateful summer. The laughter of children no longer echoes through the streets. A heavy silence hangs over the town. The abandoned mine stands as a grim monument to the lost souls trapped within. Some say that on quiet nights you can still hear the faint laughter of children coming from the mine. A reminder that some secrets are best left buried. A warning to those who dare to venture into the darkness. Listen closely. Can you hear them calling? Can you hear them?